Hi guys, Jim Clark here. I don't usually do this, but I'm going to record something for myself today. Usually I don't think of this as a blog so much as I think of it as an inquiry, a joint inquiry that we're all involved in. And I'm in it with you on the same level as everybody else, looking for truth. Today is Charlie Kirk Remembrance Day, and I thought it'd be interesting to just talk a little bit about Charlie and what he stood for and what he was after and what I'm after. He was known for engaging people in a search for dialogue about and a debate about truth. What was right, what was wrong, what was true. And he always asked people to challenge him. He was willing to engage in that debate. And he used the Socratic method, as I do when I teach. And it's named for Socrates, a Greek philosopher from before the time of Jesus, who believed that if you challenge everything, you can expose other people's propositions and your own as either false or not false. If you're inconsistent, if they don't meet your understanding of what is true, or if they don't hold together, then you can eliminate it from being true and move on to find something that is. And this exercise of logic was not particularly popular. You can understand that it's not a surprise to most people who don't like having their assumptions challenged. Most people don't like to come back off the things that they've held for a while. And he made a lot of people very angry, um, especially the authorities. He made them rethink their position, and they didn't want to do that. And eventually, they forced him to commit suicide. You can take any number of things away from the story of Socrates, and I guess the first one would be that it's not really good to make people mad at you for challenging their beliefs, because they will make you pay for it. And secondly, it's a very difficult way to find truth, because by eliminating everything that's not true, you come to the truth. But it's a long and hard challenge to do that. And you have to do it with other people who want to be involved in the process. If you challenge them without their consent, it's just going to get ugly. Third thing, though, is you have to challenge your own beliefs. You have to be willing to challenge not only other people's beliefs, but your own. And that's hard too. When I use the Socratic method to teach either students preparing for the SAT or the ACT, or teaching a particular course, or university students in theology or philosophy, I try to use the Socratic method. I challenge them to be logically consistent, to examine what it is they say they believe. How do their beliefs hold together with their other beliefs? How does the belief that they're saying that they hold strongly hold together with other things in their life? But while I'm challenging them, I have to be honest. I have to be honest with myself, and I have to challenge my own beliefs. And that's, I'm telling you, it's hard. I've been doing this for a while, and I sometimes face what I think happens to all people who teach is you get kind of an institutional arrogance. You believe that you know because you've been challenging yourself and your beliefs for so long that by now you know, and you don't have to challenge them anymore. And that is definitely not true. Um, when I do it, I have to be clear that people might get angry, but I got to hope they don't get too angry with me. And I often express that I'm challenging my own beliefs at the same time, even though most students don't believe their teacher is doing that. But finding truth is that valuable. that people are willing to do it, and they are willing to accept the results of that search. That's what we're trying to do on my podcast, The Dismas Diaries. I want to come to the truth of what I'm supposed to be doing in this world and what other people are supposed to be doing. And I do that by talking to other people and asking them how they came to find that information. Where did it happen in their lives? What was the occasion? What was going on in them while they were searching or not searching, and they came to some truth about themselves? I want to know what I'm doing here, whether I'm doing the right thing or the wrong thing. Because if I'm not doing the right thing, I want to do the right thing. I want to challenge myself to change and do what I'm supposed to be doing, becoming who I'm supposed to be. I get a glimpse of my purpose, and I do that by hearing how other people found their purpose and their life. Now, that's truth, or it's a portion of the truth, and me getting to the truth. But I always have to be aware of my incredible capacity for lying to myself. I can convince myself that I'm right and not open of myself to challenge. Even when I think I'm engaged in the search for truth, I have to really challenge myself to be honest. And the best way for me to do that is to involve other people in a conversation. Conversation about me, about them, about all of us, about what we're all doing as a society. Because other people can see things in me that I can't. Sometimes it's not pleasant to look on either. But I really believe the truth is so valuable that I have to be willing to pay any price to find it. It doesn't seem to me that the society we live in today holds truth in the same esteem that Socrates did, and as I do, and as Charlie Kirk did. And frankly, that's probably what got him killed. I hope it doesn't get me killed. I don't think I'm that challenging to people, but the truth is worth it. On this National Day of Remembrance for Charlie Kirk, it might be worthwhile to ask ourselves, what value do we place on truth? And to what length are we willing to go to seek it out and to incorporate it into our lives? I do know this. The Roman governor of Palestine at the time of Jesus famously asked, "Truth? What is truth?" just before he ordered Jesus to be crucified. Truth is a dangerous commodity, my friends. If you want it, make sure you're willing to get it. Make sure you're willing to go any length to get it. Make sure you're willing to accept the consequences of finding it. Because finding the truth means I have to live by the truth, no matter what it happens to be. I hope you have a blessed day, and I'll see you next time on the Dismas Diaries.